Hello and welcome back to Hello Daily English. Hi everyone, we are so happy to have you here with us today. My name is Emma.
And my name is Jack. Welcome to another episode where we help you practice real, natural English for your daily life. We are your partners in this language learning journey. If you enjoy our videos and find them helpful, please support us by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. It really helps our community grow and reach more learners around the world.
Today's topic is one of the most important lessons we have ever filmed. We hope you never need to use this English, but if you do, it is vital that you know it. Today, we're learning how to talk to a doctor in English.
That's right, Emma. Being sick is hard enough, but trying to explain how you feel in a different language can be scary. If you can't describe your pain accurately, the doctor might find it harder to help you. So today, we are focusing on the exact sentences and words you need to describe your symptoms and your pain.
We aren't going to focus on long stories today. Instead, we want you to give you a toolbox of phrases. We want you to be able to pause this video, write down a sentence, and use it at the doctor's office.
But before we begin, let's look back at our last video. We talked about traveling abroad, and it was so fun to see your dream destinations.
It really was. We saw so many people wanting to visit the UK, Canada, and Australia. We have time for one comment today that really stood out because it's about preparation.
This comment is from Yuki in Japan. Yuki wrote, "My goal is to learn how to ask for help in English. I'm traveling to New York next month, and I am worried about what to do if I get sick. This series is helping me feel more prepared."
Yuki, that is exactly why we are making today's video. It's all about being prepared for the just-in-case moments. We hope your trip is healthy, but today's lesson will give you that extra bit of confidence.
Good luck in New York, Yuki. Now, Emma, let's get started. Imagine you were at the doctor's office. You were sitting in the waiting room, and the nurse calls your name. You walk into the room. What is the first thing the doctor usually asks?
Usually, the doctor starts with a very open question like, "What brings you in today?" or "How can I help you?"
This is your moment to give a general overview of the problem. You don't need to be specific yet. You can start your sentence with, "I've been feeling," or "I've had a..."
For example, "I've been feeling very dizzy lately," or "I've had a really bad cough for 3 days."
Here's some other general opening sentences you can use. "I have a sharp pain in my chest." "I've been feeling under the weather lately." "I think I might have a fever." "I've been struggling with a stomach ache since yesterday."
Under the weather is a great idiom we use there. It just means you don't feel 100% healthy. It's a very common way to start a conversation with a doctor.
Now, once you have stated the general problem, the doctor will want to know about the duration. They will ask, "When did this start?" or "How long have you been feeling this way?"
To answer this, you need time phrases. "It started 2 days ago." "I've had this pain for about a week." "It's been coming and going for a month." "It started suddenly this morning."
Coming and going means the pain is not constant. It happens, then it stops, then it happens again. This is a very important detail for a doctor.
Now, let's get into the most difficult part, describing the pain. In English, we have many different adjectives for pain. Using the right one helps the doctor understand if it's a muscle problem, a nerve problem, or something else.
Let's look at the most common types of pain. First, there is dull pain.
Dull pain is a pain that is always there, but it isn't very strong. It's like a background noise. You might say, "I have a dull ache in my lower back."
Next is sharp pain. This is the opposite of dull. It feels like a needle or a knife. You can say, "I feel a sharp pain in my side whenever I breathe deeply."
Then we have throbbing pain. This is a pain that follows the beat of your heart. It feels like thump, thump, thump. We often use this for headaches. "I have a throbbing headache."
What about stabbing pain?
Stabbing pain is very sudden and very intense. It feels like being poked with something sharp. I'm getting a stabbing pain in my knee.
And then there is burning pain. This feels hot. I have a burning sensation in my chest after I eat. This is often used for heartburn or acid reflux.
Let's add two more: cramping and stiff. Cramping. I have bad stomach cramps, usually used for stomach or muscle tightness.
Stiff. My neck is very stiff. I can't turn my head.
Those are excellent adjectives. Let's repeat them for our listeners: dull, sharp, throbbing, stabbing, burning, cramping, stiff.
Now the doctor will also ask about the location. They might say, "Can you show me exactly where it hurts?" Or, "Does the pain move anywhere else?"
To describe location, you can say, "It's right here in the center of my chest. The pain radiates down my arm. It hurts more when I press on it."
Radiates is a medical word that means the pain starts in one place but spreads to another. For example, the pain starts in my back and radiates down to my leg.
The doctor will also want to know the severity. They often ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the worst pain, how would you rate your pain?
You can say, "It's a 4. It's mostly just annoying." Or, "It's an 8. I can't even sleep at night."
Now let's talk about symptoms that are not pain. Sometimes you just feel off.
Let's give our viewers sentences for common symptoms. Fever. I've been running a fever all night. Chills. I've got the chills and I can't stop shivering. Nausea. I feel very nauseous, or I feel like I'm going to throw up. Dizziness. I feel lightheaded when I stand up. Fatigue. I've been feeling extremely fatigued, no matter how much I sleep.
Fatigued is a more medical way of saying very, very tired. It's a good word to use with a doctor. Let's look at respiratory symptoms, things to do with your breathing. I'm short of breath. This means it's hard to breathe. I have a persistent cough, a cough that won't go away. I'm wheezing when I breathe, a whistling sound in your chest. My nose is completely stuffed up, a blocked nose.
What about digestion problems? I'm feeling very bloated. Your stomach feels full of air. I have diarrhea. I'm constipated. You can't go to the bathroom. I've lost my appetite. You don't want to eat.
Those are very clear. Now let's talk about the triggers. The doctor will ask, does anything make the pain better or worse?
This is a key part of the diagnosis. You can use these sentences. It feels worse when I walk. It gets better when I lie down. The pain is worse in the morning. Eating certain foods seems to trigger the pain.
Trigger means to cause something to happen. Coffee triggers my heart palpitations.
Now let's move to the next part of the visit, the doctor's examination. The doctor will give you instructions. You need to understand these so you can follow them.
Here are the most common instructions a doctor will give. Please take a deep breath. Hold your breath for a moment. Can you hop up on the table? Where exactly does it hurt when I press here? I'm going to take your blood pressure.
They might also say, I need to take a blood sample, or I'm going to order some tests. When a doctor orders a test, it means they're sending you for something like an X-ray, an MRI, or a blood test.
You should feel comfortable asking questions back. Don't just stay silent if you are confused. Here are some questions you can ask the doctor. What do you think is causing this? Is it serious? How long will it take to get the test results? Are there any side effects to this medication? When should I start feeling better?
Side effects is a very important term. It refers to the extra things a medicine might do to your body, like making you sleepy or giving you a dry mouth.
Now let's talk about medical history. Before the doctor treats you, they need to know about your past. They might ask, are you on any medication?
You can answer, I'm currently taking medication for high blood pressure. I'm not taking any regular medication. I only take vitamins and supplements.
They will also ask, do you have any allergies?
This is critical. If you are allergic to penicillin, you must tell them. You can say, I'm allergic to penicillin, or I have a severe allergy to peanuts.
They might also ask, does anyone in your family have a history of heart disease or diabetes? This is called your family history.
You can say, yes, my father has diabetes, or no, there is no history of that in my family.
Now let's talk about the diagnosis and treatment plan. This is what happens at the end of the visit.
The doctor might say, I'm going to write you a prescription.
A prescription is the official paper that you take to the pharmacy or chemist to get your medicine.
They will give you instructions on how to take the medicine. You must listen for these words. Take 1 pill twice a day. Take it with food. Take it on an empty stomach. Finish the whole course of antibiotics.
Finish the course means you must take all the pills in the box, even if you start feeling better after 2 days. This is very important for antibiotics.
The doctor might also suggest over-the-counter medication.
Over-the-counter, or OTC, means you can buy it without a prescription, like aspirin or ibuprofen.
Finally, the doctor might say, I'd like to see you for a follow-up in 2 weeks.
A follow-up is a second appointment to check if the treatment is working. Now, Jack, let's talk about emergency situations. If you need to call an ambulance or go to the ER, or emergency room, and A&E, accident and emergency, the English needs to be very fast and clear.
In an emergency, don't worry about being polite. Just be clear. I'm having trouble breathing. I think he's having a heart attack. She's unconscious. She is not awake and can't hear you. There's been a serious accident. We need an ambulance. He's bleeding heavily.
Those are life-saving sentences. Let's look at a few more common medical terms our viewers might hear. Inflammation, redness and swelling. Infection, when germs enter your body and make you sick. Sprain, when you twist your ankle or wrist. Fracture, a medical word for a broken bone.
Now, let's do a role play. This will help our viewers see how all these sentences fit together. I will be the doctor, and Emma will be the patient.
Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Emma. What brings you in today?
Well, I've been having some pain in my stomach for the last few days.
I'm sorry to hear that. Can you tell me when exactly it started?
It started on Tuesday night, right after dinner. It was very sudden.
And how would you describe the pain? Is it dull or sharp?
It's a cramping pain. It comes and goes, but when it happens, it's quite intense. Maybe a 7 out of 10.
Does anything make it feel better or worse?
It feels a bit better if I use a heating pad, but it gets much worse if I try to eat anything.
Have you had any other symptoms, like nausea or a fever?
I felt a bit nauseous, but I don't think I have a fever.
Okay, let's have a look. Can you lie down on the table for me? I'm going to press on your stomach. Tell me if it's tender.
Ouch! Yes, right there. It's very tender in that spot.
Okay, Emma. It sounds like you might have a stomach infection or perhaps some mild food poisoning. I'm going to order a blood test just to be sure.
Is it serious, doctor?
I don't think so, but we want to be certain. In the meantime, I'm going to give you a prescription for something to help with the cramps. Take 1 tablet every 8 hours.
Are there any side effects?
It might make you a little bit drowsy, so don't drive right after taking it, and make sure to drink plenty of fluids.
Thank you, doctor. I'll go get that blood test now.
That was a perfect example of a standard medical conversation. Emma was clear about the duration, the type of pain, and the severity.
And I made sure to ask about the side effects. That is a very important question to ask so you aren't surprised later.
Now, let's talk about telehealth. Nowadays, many doctor visits happen over a video call.
Talking to a doctor on a screen can be even harder because of the technology. You might need phrases like, "Can you hear me clearly?" "I'm sorry, the connection is lagging. I'm going to show you the rash on my arm using the camera."
Telehealth is great for minor issues like a skin rash or a prescription refill, but for major issues, you still need to see a doctor in person.
Minor means small or not serious. Major means big or serious.
Now, let's dig deeper into the vocabulary of the body. If you can't name the part of your body that hurts, you can just point, but knowing the words is better.
Most people know head, shoulders, knees, and toes. But what about the others? Temple, the side of your forehead, often where you feel a headache. Jaw, I have a pain in my jaw when I chew. Abdomen, the medical word for your stomach area. Joints, your elbows, knees, and knuckles. My joints feel very sore in the winter.
And don't forget the internal organs: lungs for breathing, heart for pumping blood, kidneys in your lower back, liver on your right side.
If you can say, "I have a pain in the area of my kidneys," the doctor will be very impressed with your English.
Now, let's talk about mental health. This is just as important as physical health. If you are feeling sad, anxious, or stressed, you can talk to your doctor about it.
You can use phrases like, "I've been feeling very anxious lately. I'm having trouble sleeping because my mind won't stop racing. I've been feeling very low for the past few weeks. I'm struggling to cope with stress at work."
Doctors are there to help with everything, not just broken bones and coughs. Being honest about your feelings is a big part of being healthy.
That's a very important point, Jack. Now let's look at some prepositions that are tricky in a medical context.
We say, "I have a pain in my back, but I have a rash on my arm."
In is for things inside the body. On is for things on the surface of the skin.
We say, "I'm allergic to peanuts," not allergic with.
And I'm on medication, not in or with medication. I've been on these pills for a week.
Let's look at the phrase "work out." In a medical context, a workup is a series of tests to find the cause of a problem.
We are going to do a full workup to see why you are feeling so tired.
Now let's move to the mini vocabulary review. We want to make sure these medical words are locked in your memory.
Symptom. Repeat after me. Symptom. A physical or mental feature which indicates a condition of disease. Example, a high temperature is a symptom of the flu.
Diagnosis. Diagnosis. The identification of the nature of an illness or other problem by examination of the symptoms. Example, the doctor's diagnosis was a simple chest infection.
Prescription. Prescription. An instruction written by a medical practitioner that authorizes a patient to be provided with a medicine or treatment. Example, he took the prescription to the pharmacy.
Dull pain. Dull pain. A pain that is not sharp or intense but is persistent. Example, I've had a dull ache in my shoulder all day.
Sharp pain. Sharp pain. A sudden, intense, and localized pain. Example, I felt a sharp pain in my tooth when I drank the cold water.
Radiate. Radiate. When pain spreads out from a central point. Example, the pain starts in my neck and radiates down to my fingers.
Side effects. Side effects. A secondary, typically undesirable effect of a drug or medical treatment. Example, this medicine is effective, but it has some side effects like dizziness.
Tender. Tender. Sensitive to pain when touched. Example, my ankle is still very tender after the fall.
Chronic. Chronic. Of an illness persisting for a long time or constantly recurring. Example, she suffers from chronic back pain.
Acute. Acute. Of an illness present or experienced to a severe or intense degree, usually starting suddenly. Example,
He was rushed to the hospital with acute appendicitis.
Follow-up. Follow-up. A further examination or observation of a patient in order to monitor their progress. Example, I have a follow-up appointment next Tuesday.
Over-the-counter. Over-the-counter. Medicine that can be bought without a prescription. Example, you can buy simple painkillers over the counter.
That is a very solid list. If you can learn these words, you will be able to navigate almost any doctor's visit in English.
And remember, if you don't understand what the doctor says, it is perfectly okay to say, "Could you please repeat that more slowly?" Or, "Could you write that down for me?"
Doctors would much rather you ask for clarification than have you leave the office feeling confused about your health.
Absolutely. Now, Emma, let's talk about prevention. We have an idiom for this. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
That's a classic. It means it's much easier to prevent a problem from happening than it is to fix it later.
That's why we have checkups. A checkup is a routine visit to the doctor when you're not sick, just to make sure everything's okay.
In some countries, they call this a physical. I'm going for my annual physical.
Now, before we finish, I want to talk about health literacy. This means your ability to understand health information.
By watching this video, you are improving your health literacy in English. You are giving yourself the power to take care of your own body in an English-speaking environment.
It's a very empowering thing. Now it is time for our favorite segment.
Yes, it is time for the question of the day.
We want you to practice the sentences we learned today. This will help you remember them when you actually need them.
Our question for today is, imagine you have a mild headache. How would you describe it to a doctor using the words we learned today?
Is it a throbbing headache? A dull ache? When did it start? Does anything make it better?
Or, if you want to share something else, what is one medical word in English that you always found difficult to remember?
Please write your answer in the comments section below. We will read through them and give you feedback on your sentences. Practice makes perfect, especially when it comes to your health.
You can start your sentence with, Doctor, I've been having or my symptom is.
For example, Doctor, I've been having a throbbing headache for 2 days. It feels worse when I look at a computer screen.
Or, the word prescription was always hard for me, but now I remember it means the paper for my medicine.
We are so looking forward to seeing your practice sentences.
And hey, if you are feeling unwell right now, we wish you a very speedy recovery.
Speedy recovery is what we say to someone who is sick to wish them a fast return to health.
Get well soon!
Well, Emma, I think we have provided a lot of value today. This was a long one, but a necessary one.
I agree. Knowing how to talk about your health is a basic human right, and being able to do it in English opens up so many more options for care.
Thank you, Emma, for this vital conversation.
And thank you, Jack. And a massive thank you to our Hello Daily English family. Thank you for trusting us with your learning journey.
Stay healthy, stay safe, and keep practicing.
We will see you in the next video. We have some great topics planned for February.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. You never know who might need these phrases.
From all of us here, take care and goodbye.
Bye-bye.